define your sort of full position size, whether it's 10% of your portfolio, 5% or 7%. Buy in the full position over a certain period and then be done with it. You know, there's a trap that I think relatively new investors fall into is that you can sort of see something, buy something like it, it goes down, buy more of it, and suddenly it's far too big a proportion of your portfolio. And I think that sort of the experience that I've had in observing other investors, you make a decision, you buy it, you spend the time to buy it, and then be done with it. And make it a certain proportion of your portfolio, but a constantly declining stock can be a death spiral if you're constantly making decisions whether you want to add to the position or not. So define your sort of full position size, whether it's 10% of your portfolio, 5% or 7%. Buy in the full position over a certain period and then be done with it. And then 2 or 3 years later, you make a decision as to whether you're continuing to own it or you're selling it. So perhaps part of the wisdom that I think that I'm trying to touch on and I'm reaching for, which I don't think is in the book, is, and it's part of this willpower idea, try and reduce the number of decisions you make. So I actually think that it's quite possible that my returns would not be much worse and might even be better if I was only allowed to trade on 1 day a year. So, you know, every January 1st or January, first week in January, make all my trades and then not do anything for another year. And just let those decisions build up. So reducing that decision making, adding and subtracting from positions, buying something as it's going down, making decisions as to make it a 5% or a 10% position. I think it's good to have all of those things clear up front. In fact, the strange thing that we're talking about here, John, is that the market gives us so much freedom of action between buying and selling, position sizing, and I think that a lot of what this is saying is that actually we don't actually want to use most of those freedoms of action, and it's a strange thing because you'd say, well, why wouldn't you want to? And actually the psychological benefits are so powerful that they outweigh any marginal benefit that you would get out of allowing yourself that freedom of action.